Hey Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another video. In today's video, friends, yet another PSA Graded Return. Hope you guys are doing well. At this point, we've done so many of these that all I'm going to say is if you haven't already, there are 9 other videos. This will be the 10th in an ongoing series where I have been unboxing all of my PSA Graded Returns from August of 2020. That's when I got it back. I actually shipped it way back in May of 2020. And I was fortunate enough in order for this order to actually get processed pretty quickly. So all things considered, super excited about today's submission, and here is why. In today's submission, we have one more Cradily EX, and if you're not already aware of why that is funny, it's actually because there were actually like 13 of them in the submission, so it was actually very funny to kind of watch it all play out, just because it was such a comically large number of those. Now, in today's video, we are going through the rest of the Team Aqua versus Team Magma stuff, including but not limited to some secret rares. We have a little bit of EX Hidden Legends, Fire Red and Leaf Green, and Team Rocket returns. So today's video will be a diverse one for sure. With that said, I actually made a mistake. There is not another Cradily EX, thank goodness. But we are starting off the video in style with a beautiful Raikou EX. One of the 3 legendary dogs available. They actually did a fair amount of printing of the legendary dogs throughout the EX era. So, with that said, it got a PSA 9, so this is actually a pretty cool card. This could one day touch $100. I have a feeling right now it's definitely under 100, but you know what? Can't complain about having that card in a PSA 9 to add to the collection. Here is another one of those in a lovely PSA 9. So this is a really good looking card. Again, EX era, what they did was they really kind of leaned into the computer generated graphics. In the future, you'll see them both mix in a variety for their secret rares and their ultra rares. But in this particular case, all of the EXs usually got this treatment with the computer generated graphics. And I personally believe that's one of the reasons why EX has recently spiked, not only because it's so rare and because it's in such small supply, but also just because people recognize that you know, the cards had a very distinct and unique art style. Next up, we have a, let's see, oh, this is a Absol, and if I'm not mistaken, yes, this is one of 2 secret rares that are in this set. There's an Absol and a Jirachi. EX era sets, what they did with secret rares is the same way that any other secret rare in any other set is treated. The number of the card, 96, is greater than the total of all the cards in the set. So this card is number 96 of 95, but still bears the Team Aqua versus Team Magma symbol. Now, with that said, this is a really nifty holographic card, super distinct, and I think Absol being one of perhaps fan favorite Pokemon in Gen 3, they were, you know, they did a very smart thing to make this a secret rare for this set. With that said, there are several of them, so let's go ahead and get through them. I'm going to go ahead and guess a Mint 9. Perfect. Yeah, you know, if you saw the other video with the Charmeleons, it's the same thing. Like, other than the EX cards, which have been, you know, rough to say the least, I think for the most part, the various holographics have actually been pretty good. Here's another one in excellent condition. I'm actually going to go ahead and guess my 10 for the day. This is going to be a PSA 9. Sigh. All right, well, I certainly tried. And, you know, it's one of those things. 9s and 10s are so, like, minutely different at this point. Here is another one. I'm not even going to guess the grade. There's another 9. Okay. And can we complete the set? Can we possibly get 5 or whatever many 9s? Here's another one. Beautiful card. Also got a 9. Okay, cool. So as of right now, I think we have 4 9s. Yeah, 3 9s. Sorry, this entire stack. Nope, 4 9s. Very cool. So that basically that entire stack is all 9s, which is really good, I guess. Here is another one. Let's go ahead and guess oh, got an 8. All right, the real question is, why did this get an 8 when everything else got a 9? Now, the back looks pretty good, so I'm assuming it is something in relation to this gorgeous hollow pattern. I really like this card. This card is like super chill. There's nothing crazy going on. Sometimes, like, and don't get me wrong, I love textured cards from like the recent sets and stuff, but sometimes it's just nice to see a very simple, chill, holographic card. Here's a good one, a Jirachi. Back in the day, Jirachi was the thing. You didn't know how to get it. There were like rumors that you needed to go to space to get Deoxys and then get Jirachi. The only legitimate way that I remember is either via special event and or if you had, I believe it was the bonus disc on XD Gale of Darkness, you could transfer it from your GameCube into one of the 3rd generation games. So this is for sure an OG Pokemon. This card ended up getting a PSA 8, and I can see why. The bottom does have a little bit of rounded whitening. It's one thing when you have like a little speck of whitening, it's a completely different story when you have just an entire like corner that is just white all the way around. Here is another one of those cards, secret rare. This is number 97, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, out of 95. Let me just check that super quickly. Yep, number 97. This came out in 2004. And this card ended up getting a PSA 8. Yep. Kind of had a feeling if they grade 1, it's going to, you know, as long as they're within the similar range, I don't see a reason why they're going to bump 1 and leave 1. With that said, we now move into EX Hidden Legends. Here's a Groudon EX, really cool card. Good looking card too, not gonna lie. And this card was pretty dope. Not gonna lie. Like I said, they kind of really leaned into the whole idea of the mystery of the Hoenn region with this set. The booster box doesn't sell for that much. There's not many chase cards, but for what it's worth, this card ended up getting a PSA, I'm gonna guess 5. A 6, yeah. And if you've checked out the other videos, it seems like for some reason or the other, all of the EX cards, minus Cradily, have really kind of stuck to the same kind of number. Usually in like that 5 to 8 range. Here is a Regirock EX out of Hidden Legends. One of the cool things was that they did this glass shatter pattern, and you can kind of see it on screen really well right now. This was like distinct to Hidden Legends, and each of the different EX era sets tried to do something different with their hollow foil patterns, so it's actually pretty cool. You'll normally see it mostly in the reverse foils, but for Hidden Legends, they actually went ahead and did it to the EX cards as well. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this card got a 7. Nice, it did get a 7. These, you know, that's the thing with these cards, man. Sometimes it's just so difficult to grade them, and as you can notice, if you haven't already, the E-Series strip is now gone. Pokemon kind of did away with it and just kind of moved to these more simple, straightforward cards. Here's a Reggie Steel EX. Now later, the Reggies, obviously being from this generation, got additional amounts of love when they were featured in the Gold Star cards. This ended up getting a PSA 8. The back is clean minus 1 or 2 little dings, so I actually agree with that and wouldn't push back on it too much. Now, here is something cool. So, notice that the set has remained the same. It's still EX Hidden Legends, but this is a more normalized looking Wigglytuff EX, and the reason for that is because not every card got the Shattered Glass treatment. So the Reggies did, but the some of the other Pokemon did not. So here is a example of that right on screen. Super cute card, in my opinion. This card ended up getting a mint 8. Let's see what the next card is. Okay, so the next card, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially in the EX era. Rather, in the Fire Red Leaf Green era. I was looking at Blastoise EX. I'm like, oh my god, we're EX era. No, we've been there, done that. But this is an interesting card. I have a Charizard as a mint 8, and this got an 8. Very cool. So for Fire Red and Leaf Green, they timed it out with the release of Fire Red and Leaf Green, the video games, which is why it was basically like a base set reprint, kind of. I don't think it officially goes along the lines of that, but what's interesting is that in Gen 3, they basically reprinted, you know, all of the first Pokemon from the first generation. There are, I believe, some third-gen Pokemon embedded in this set, but for the most part, what I love about Fire Red and Leaf Green is it has an amazing booster box, and then again, you're getting some really classic Pokemon. And if you notice, Blastoise was a holo in base set. It was a holo in this, and an EX in this. You can see a pretty nice swirl on this Clefable EX. I believe Clefable was also a fan favorite back in the day for Metronome and things of that nature, but don't know how well this card has aged in terms of the competitive TCG. As you can see, that kind of sparkle is both what makes EX cards so alluring, as well as what makes EX cards such a pain to grade. I'm going to go ahead and guess an 8. Wow, a 9. Very cool. And also big plus that there was a swirl on that one. Collectors will typically appreciate that. Here is a Gyarados out of EX Fire Red and Leaf Green, and got a 6. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it? This card does have a swirl up here, right where my finger is above the HP. Really pretty card. Interesting look to this card, and I'm assuming that I got a 6 not because of anything crazy, but rather just because of all that holo. Occasionally, sometimes you can't win with these cards, so sometimes you just gotta take them. Here we have a Mr. Mime, so also a pretty interesting looking card. It got a PSA 7, very cool. And then I believe there is an additional Mr. Mime, yep, right here. And let's see how this one ended up faring. Can't get the sparkle really well, but I'm going to go ahead and guess a 6. A very good 3. That's unfortunate. Okay, I do see a bit of a ding right here on the page, on the holo. Alright, I guess... anything on the back? Ah, geez, that's really bad. But you know what? A couple of videos ago, we also saw a Typhlosion that was in a similar boat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show that. I'm trying to get the light right on the area because that usually shows it, but no such luck. But right about here, there is a little ding in the card itself, and I believe that is what caused this to get as low a grade as it did. But either way, sometimes it's nice to have a card like that, even if you're just completing a set. Now, with that said, we officially transition into the next set. Everyone's favorite and 2020's darling of the year, I think, Team Rocket returns. So here we have a Rocket's Hitmonchan. I have 2 cards left, this card and another one on the side here. After that, you'll have to wait till the next video to see some other pretty cool. I believe there are some more Rocket cards that are in that next set. So make sure to tune in, smash that like button if you guys haven't already. I'm going to go ahead and put in my guess for a PSA 10 right here. Rocket's Hitmonchan got a 6. Okay, never mind. You know, it's a good thing that I reserve these amazing guesses and then never get anything. I think one time I got it. Either way, Rocket's Hitmonchan, super cool. So this is another one of those cards, they kind of brought it back. This is Team Rocket Returns. In case anyone's curious, yes, it is a direct, quote-unquote, continuation from the Rocket set. So, like, you know, the Rocket set from back in the day. So that's what's pretty interesting about this, is that they kind of, like, literally picked up from the last set. Here is an excellent mint condition, 6. The thing with this card, it actually got pretty scuffed up right here. You can kind of see. So this card ended up suffering for that, I'm sure. In addition to that, was slightly off center. I don't think that played too much of a role as to why it got a 6. But still a neat card to have graded. You don't really see EX era stuff graded, available, and ready to go. So it's always nice to have something like that in the collection. With that said, friends, don't forget to get in touch if you're interested in purchasing any of these. Other than that, thank you again for checking out today's video. I hope you guys are doing well. Make sure to leave a like on the leave a like on the video or comment if you like today's video. If you think I've earned it, feel free to also leave a subscription, as it does help the channel grow. Thanks again for checking out today's video. Don't forget there's tons of other videos to go check out. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Peace.